Restrictions for the unvaccinated. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's have a look at this update from news.com.au discussing restrictions and, well, limitations for those that are unvaccinated in regional areas of New South Wales. Now, I can't say that I'm at all surprised that this is where it's going. Australia has a significant amount of... We're a nanny state, everyone, okay? We are a highly legislated, regulated country. I don't know where anyone thinks that we're a bunch of free, relaxed people. We really are a nanny state. I mean, you can't even go to the beach and have a beer in some parts, in most of Australia, everyone. So let's look at this. Officials issue a warning to the unvaccinated residents in regional areas. So, the state recorded 1,480 new cases on Wednesday and 9 COVID-related deaths. Despite the high case numbers, Premier Gladys Berejiklian is sticking to her guns and planning to begin reopening once the 70% vaccination target is reached, a move backed by Prime Minister Scott Morrison himself. What we're going to see, premiers who don't want to go along with this national plan, who want to keep restrictions in place and keep their borders closed for fear of, well, deaths and illness, and those that are pushing to open, to get the economy going and to get people moving. How do you think the electorate will respond, everyone? I'm hoping people, well, want to be free. You know, but there's some that may enjoy the protection of the state. So unvaccinated people in rural areas will lose freedoms. Now, this is interesting. I mean, we've already lost our freedoms. They've already been restricted. I mean, they were lost years ago when legislation was passed that allows our politicians, our leaders and bureaucrats to implement these type of restrictions. Okay, that happened years ago. None of us were paying attention. You know, there would have been a few people that would have been worried about it. And what would have been the response? Oh, it'll be right, mate. That'll never happen in Australia. We're paying the price for our political apathy. We certainly are. I'm no different to anyone else, guys. That's just how it is. And you can't be surprised. People are busy. We've got to save much more than previous generations just to get a bloody deposit on a house. So, you can understand. And I think people are starting to get frustrated and, well, take an interest in politics for the first time. I think I saw, UAP, United Australia Party, had 40,000 members now. People are rushing to that party. But that tends to happen when they're frustrated. They're all rushed to one or two minor parties. I'm hoping people will actually vote for them in a meaningful way, so we'll get something happening in our House of Reps. I mean, that'd be good. We'll have to see. New South Wales officials have warned even if regional New South Wales comes out of lockdown, as planned on Friday, unvaccinated residents will lose the freedoms they have regained when the state reaches its 70% vaccination goal. Okay. This seems like a very, very heavy-handed approach. So you have freedoms now. Then once we hit 70%, it'll only be for those that have the vaccination. Oh, there you go. I mean, yesterday, the day before, I had a tradie rock up and I was talking to someone and he said, oh, did you check if he was vaxxed and all this stuff? And I go, what do I care? I got the vaccination. I'm not worried about him. Yeah, not my problem. But I guess that's old-fashioned. Now we have to be in everyone's business. We have to know their medical, their risk profile they present to us. I mean, isn't that the whole point? You get vaccinated to limit your chance of hospitalization and risk. But anyway, the regional New South Wales lockdown is due to end at 11:59 p.m. on September the 10th, but Premier John Barilaro said a decision still hadn't been made about which areas will be able to have restrictions eased. And even if some areas do come out of lockdown, when the roadmap for extra freedoms for vaccinated residents is released, those who haven't received their jabs will lose their newfound freedom. So here's the thing. They're going to give, they'll maintain freedoms. They won't be giving freedoms to the vaccinated. They'll take them away from the unvaccinated. That's what will happen. I don't believe that if we open them up, we'll open them up to an environment pre-lockdown. There's an opportunity to open, but I would argue it would be a restricted environment, not like the environment pre-lockdown, he said. So the new normal, everyone. And if and when we announce a roadmap and talk about the vaccinated, it's clear that those who are unvaccinated in regional and rural New South Wales, they may have a freedom now, they'll lose that freedom. Do you like that, guys? I mean, this is it. Welcome to Australia, everyone. People are going, oh, is this some nefarious plan, for Australia to usher in the new world order and all that stuff? No, this is just a nanny state. This is just the insane evolution of a nanny state. You can't even open a window more than 100 mils in a second-story bedroom, everyone, because it's illegal. Okay? People have just not been paying attention to the shit we've been handing over to bureaucrats, and this is what happens. Okay? That's what it is. It's apathy. It's apathy. And expecting others to take care of you. We're paying the price, guys. We've had it too good for too long. The vaccination rates in regional and rural New South Wales have to continue to rise on par with Metro Sydney and the state average, and therefore the pressure point must apply that for some people in the regions. Okay, here's the thing. In the regions, you're going to have less access to hospital facilities anyway. If we get to that point, if they come out of lockdowns now, they could go backwards and lose freedoms if they're unvaccinated, and I make no apology for that. So, and here's New South Wales with 1,480 new cases. 9 deaths, one was a man in his 20s, one a man in his 40s, one a woman in her 60s, one was a man in 60s. Yes, okay. That's a shame. This is what's happening, everyone. Here's the thing. Suburbs are on high alert. Residents in a number of Sydney suburbs have been urged to come forward for testing and vaccinations due to the high number of cases being detected in the area. New South Wales Health Dr. Mariana Gale said a number of suburbs have been identified as high risk outside of the 12 hotspot LGAs. So you can see they've got method, they're trying to up the vaccination rates, everyone. What's this? Ridiculous rules. They've been living under tough lockdown restrictions for weeks despite having significantly less COVID cases than areas that are enjoying more freedoms. Well, there you go. I mean, this is it. Push for new freedoms to be applied equally. It's not going to. Suburbs that could trial vaccine passports. It's going to happen, everyone. What you'll have is you'll have vaccine passports, you'll have home quarantine. They'll probably implement that app that they're testing in South Australia. I mean, there you go. Would you rather be stuck in a hotel or at home? That's what's going to happen, guys. I don't know why are people so surprised. This is what Australia's like. It's not new. It's our culture, guys. We've been a nanny state for so bloody long. People have just been apathetic. What's the solution to all of this, guys? Well, I am still optimistic that there is a peaceful political solution out of this, and it's involved to send a clear message to our political leaders. You want them to ensure that there's sufficient capacity in our health system to mitigate any of these risks so we can get back to living a normal life as fast as possible, where we realize there may have to be some risks associated with living. And I'd say vote for it. Vote for politicians, vote for parties, get minors in there. Let's get a mixed House of Representatives to force the big two to form a coalition to create a government. You want a minority government with a coalition with a minor party. That's what I'd hope for. What do you reckon? As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.